We are back with a new video where we'll have a lot of stories, of course, football stories that are beautiful, some other football stories that are not that beautiful, and we want our players on the field to do much better. They have to behave better, they have to be an example, a real example, which sometimes doesn't happen. Today we'll speak about Kalinic, we'll speak about Mbappe, about Morata, about the surprising Girona that is continuing to surprise with a fantastic win yesterday, but we'll also speak about a possible, sensational move again back to the Premier League. For who? For Timo Werner. If you didn't yet, please put a maximum amount of like on today's video. Don't forget to share the video, the channel, with your families and friends that are loving football. Subscribe if you didn't yet, because now we start. We have no time to wait, because we start with a beautiful story, the one of Nikola Kalinic, that is back to his youth academy team Hajduk Split. We know it. We are the 4th of January. That means that the winter transfer market is officially open, with a lot of clubs that are trying to negotiate with clubs, with other players. They try to understand how much they will have to pay for the value of the player, for the transfer, but also how much they will have to pay for the salary. And not always it's extremely easy, especially not during the winter market, where we try to make our team much better. Well, it happens that it's difficult, but it also happens sometimes that we see these beautiful romantic stories, like the one of Nikola Kalinic. Why? For what reason? Because he's going back to his youth academy team after 19 years that they didn't win that title in Croatia. He wants to help them to go back to winning the league of his country, which is extremely beautiful. But you know what's even more beautiful? He's doing it, going there for the last 5 months of the season, and he's asking a salary of €1. Yes, you heard it well, for only €1. And this is a pure act of love. More of these things. We want to see more of these things with Nikola Kalinic, that is going with, I love you, I want to go back, no need to pay me, just pay me that symbolic €1. Anyway, yesterday there was another one that did beautifully. In the Trophée des Champions in France, there was Paris Saint-Germain that won another cup, with Kylian Mbappe able to score that 2-0 to beat Toulouse. Toulouse, they lost again. Anyway, stupid joke, I know. But l'équipe is going with les champions du trophée, the champions of the trophy, with a picture of all the players of Paris Saint-Germain, including the French player Kylian Mbappe, that at the moment could possibly go wherever he wants to, because you know it, at the end of the season his contract will be over. Well, he continued to impress, he continued to break records, he continued to score. Yesterday he even entered history, because he's the player that scored most goals in Le Parc des Princes, 111 goals for the young Frenchman, which is fantastic. What a champion, what a player. Unfortunately, you have to behave not only on the field but also off the field, which Kylian yesterday was not really able to do. Why? Because while waiting to receive the trophy and to lift it in the air to celebrate it with his teammates but also with the supporters, well, he started to get a bit impatient, because Amazon Prime people, they were still holding the trophy, where at a certain moment he's going straight to the guy, taking that trophy out of his hand, and he's pissed off and he's absolutely not super kind. And these are the things that can't happen. It's not beautiful, because if you want to take part of l'équipe first page with the title Les Champions du Trophée, the champions of the trophy, well, you have to behave like a champion. And that's why I want to link it with today's Sport World, the Netherlands, that is speaking about Dirk Kuyt. Who is Dirk Kuyt? Ex-player of Liverpool, that is at the moment a coach. He has been sacked from Den Haag, small team in the Netherlands, and he's actually a coach, a manager in the 2nd division of Belgium, and he wants with Beerschot to go towards promotion. But I wanted to speak about that for one reason, because at the end he's saying something important. The winners, the real winners, are the people, the persons that can handle losses, that can deal with difficult moments, with losses. And that's the message that I want to send to Kylian Mbappe. We have to know how to lose. It's not easy. We don't like to lose, but we have to learn how to lose. But even more important, you have to learn how to win. And that's what makes a difference. That's how you become a champion. You need to learn to become a champion on and off the field. Anyway, Kylian Mbappe spoke about his future. He said, I have not made my decision yet. If I already knew, I would already told you. Anyway, if we speak about Kylian Mbappe, of course, we have that image where he scored a hat-trick in the final of the World Cup. A hat-trick that was not enough to make him for a second time World Cup winner, because we know it was Leonardo, it was Lionel Messi that won that World Cup. Well, there was another yesterday that scored a hat-trick, a fantastic, beautiful hat-trick, 3 extremely beautiful goals, breaking record after record after record. What a season for Morata, 17 goals already. In the beginning of the season, they were challenging him. They told him you have to score this season at least 18 goals. Well, he is already at 17 with 2024 that just started. Incredible. Yesterday's game against Girona was fantastic. 3 goals, 3 big chances missed, 6 shots, 8 duels won, 9.32 the rating on who scored, and then was of course the player of the match. But unfortunately for him, it was not enough, because it's a surprising Girona and is continuing to surprise with that 4-3 win. I watched the game. What a spectacular, entertaining game, and it started immediately. You had not even time to go to the bathroom, because at the 30th second, immediately they are missing an open goal that was incredible. But they didn't wait longer, because then at the second minute of the goal, 1-0, and then it was a ping-pong game, bam, 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 between the other until the 90th minute, the 91st minute actually, where Ivan Martin is able to give them the win. Mundo Deportivo is titling correctly imparables. They are unstoppable. The small Girona team is at the moment there on top with 48 points. Unfortunately for them, it's not enough, because the score difference is giving actually the winter champion title to Real Madrid, that with the goal of yesterday from Rudiger with a header after a corner kick of the vintage Modric was able to score and to give them the winning goal, 1-0, 48 points also for them. Beautiful lead there in La Liga, with now Atletico Madrid that is there at -10. And we are waiting this evening to understand who will be the third one. Will it be Barcelona that will go over, but they have to win? Well, we'll discover it, and we will also wait, because if yesterday some of us were watching Real Madrid with the hope to see the official debut of Arda Güler, we will have to postpone it. Today there are big chances that we see the debut of Vitor Roque that was transferred a few days ago. That's actually what Sport is telling us. If we are going to Premier League, there were not a lot of games, but Mirror Sport is speaking about one thing. Actually, all the papers in England are speaking about one thing only. They are speaking about the possible sensational return of who? Of Timo Werner. This time, not anymore to Chelsea, because he has been called there like the flop of the century, with 2 seasons, only 10 goals before going back to Bundesliga, this time to Leipzig. Well, he's back. He wants to try it again. He wants to give it another chance. Not even in the summer, but immediately. Where? To the Reds. He wants to go to Manchester United, because Ten Hag is looking for a player. There is also Choupo-Moting that could be an option if it doesn't go through, but Werner really believes that he wants to take revenge, to show also Premier League that he can do it. Speaking about German players, speaking about Bundesliga, well, the leagues actually are starting to be real, because we know it this summer we'll play Euro 2024, and that beautiful shirt of Germany has been leaked, has been showed. I tell you the truth, when I see that shirt, when I see also the graphic, the first leak from Footy Headlines, I can tell you that it's really an extremely beautiful shirt. And that's already a beautiful start. First we start with the shirts, then with the players, and then they try to do beautiful games. Let's see if they will be able at home to go again and winning that Euro that they are missing now since a few years. Going to another one that has been a flop, like Timo Werner when he was playing at Chelsea, but now we're speaking about De Ketelaere last season when he was playing at Milan. Well, last season, in the entire season with Milan, he was able to do only 1 goal contribution, while this season, after 21 games with Atalanta, was already involved with 11 goal contribution, 11 goals and assists. Something incredible for the Belgian player that is living again a new youth. He wants again to be there on the front pages like he was when he was playing with Bruges. Beautiful for Atalanta, nice for the player that deserves it, because he's a talented player that lost himself. Probably Milan was a bit too big for him. Corriere dello Sport is speaking on the other side from another Italian team. We are still in Serie A, but playing Coppa Italia. Yesterday, Roma was able to win against Cremonese. They were led 1-0 at the end. Dybala and Lukaku, his champions, the champions of Mourinho, were able to give him the victory, so that they go to the next round where they will play against Lazio in the quarter-final. But yesterday, after the game, an emotional Mourinho that was really speaking well about the supporters that were there, that even if they were losing 1-0 against a small team that is Cremonese, they continued for the entire game to applaud them. Then he also spoke about his past and his future, saying, yes, there are some teams that called me, but not Brazil. They didn't call me to become the new coach. I already told my management anyway, if someone calls, don't take the phone. Why? Because I want to stay with AS Roma. And I already told everyone, the managers of Roma, that I want to stay. I trust them 100%. But of course, if other teams are calling me, I say no. Like Portugal, when they called me to go, I said no, I want to stay at Roma. But also when Saudi Arabia clubs this summer, they were trying to contact me, I say politely no, I want to stay. Will he stay or not? We don't know. Speaking about Coppa Italia, today there is another game in Coppa Italia with Juventus that will have to play against Salernitana. A Juventus that will try to play with the best possible formation, with the best possible lineup. Speaking about best possible players, well, they will do it honoring the Coppa Italia, playing with a made-in-Italy team. Federico Chiesa, Rugani, we have Perin in the goal, a lot of Italian players that are there, 7 out of 11, that's the predicted lineup. But they are also speaking about transfer market with Rabiot, that will be a free transfer at the end of the summer. Will he go this time to Manchester United? Will he go to Premier League, or will he extend his contract? At the moment, the Bianconeri, they are quite sure that he could possibly extend, but these talks will start towards the month of March, April. A lot of free transfers this season already, because they are speaking about Zielinski that could go to Inter. They are speaking about another player that can go to Juve. They are speaking about Felipe Anderson, with Giroud that at the end of the season he doesn't know if he will extend it with Milan or going to MLS. And then you always have Muriel that could already leave now in the winter. But Gasperini, his Atalanta coach, he wants to let him stay with him, with the Nerazzurri of Atalanta, with the Bergamaschi until the end of the season. Some beautiful players there that have some experience. They know the game and that can possibly give some experience to teams that are playing with a lot of youth teams. Gazzetta dello Sport is speaking about a vintage player that went to Manchester United, that went to different teams in the world, that has a lot of experience. It is Mkhitaryan that is speaking about chess games, a big fan like Mo Salah, for example. A lot of fans there. Smart player in the midfield that with Inter is doing incredibly well. And he's speaking about that duel in Serie A. They are all saying the same with Inter. We prefer to win the Scudetto over arriving again to the Champions League final. It will be a big one. But it's not over, because there is a team that is not doing that well this season, the ex-winners of the Scudetto in Italy, Napoli, that wants to try to reinforce themselves immediately. And this time, they are changing the strategy. If the last few years they were going for unknown player that did extremely well, like for example Kvaratskhelia, now they want some players that are already established. They already know the league, like Samardzic, but there are some difficulties because they are not finding at the moment the entire agreement with the father agent that already made the deal collapse with Inter in the summer, last summer. On the other side, Tottenham, that we were already speaking about yesterday, well, they are not yet sure to go for Dragoshin. Why? Because Napoli, they have beautiful cards. They want to go with an offer of 20 million euro plus Ostigard on loan plus Zannoli. Pay attention, that could be convincing for Genoa and also for a player that could stay in Italy to make a step before going to a huge big club. We have another one that said, I played in a lot of big clubs. I played at United, I played at Paris Saint-Germain, Benfica. I'm back at Benfica. In the meanwhile, I played to Real Madrid and Juventus. Well, it's over now. I finished this season and we are speaking about Di Maria. Di Maria that said, I will go back finally to Rosario at the end of this season. A big loss for European football, but of course we were able to enjoy the max of Di Maria in international football. It's time for him after this season, after playing Coppa America, to go back where he belongs, where he really wanted to finish his career. This was it for me. My name is Giuseppe and together we covered football.